Good morning to one and all. Today we will learn about the lesson of chemical equations in the 10th class. If we look at the various changes that takes place around us, those changes can be divided into two types. One is the physical changes and second one is the chemical changes. If we think one about the changes that takes place in different situations in our daily life. First one, the process of digestion, burning of the crackers. Burning of the crackers. Second one, burning of the crackers. What happens when crackers are ignited is that ash comes out. This is also a chemical change. And third one, the process of respiration. This is also a chemical change, as we have the process of inhaling and exhaling during respiration. And fourth one, powdered lime added to water. Powdered lime means calcium oxide. That calcium oxide on reaction with water, it gives calcium hydroxide. And fourth one, repining of the mango. This is also a chemical change. And fifth one, exposing iron nails to moisture in air for longer period. This is also a chemical change. In all these cases, we have noticed what changes. All of these changes are physical changes or chemical changes. All of these changes are temporary changes or permanent changes. In all those processes, that nature of original substance would be changed. If new substance formed with properties completely unlike to those of the original substance, we say that a chemical change has takes place. How would we know that chemical reaction has takes place? Now let us perform some activities to know this. First one, activity 1. Activity 1. First take one beaker. First take one beaker and add 1 gram of calcium oxide. 1 gram of calcium oxide. Then add 10 ml of water. 10 ml of water. First take one beaker and add 1 gram of calcium oxide or quicklime, and then add 10 ml of water, and then the beaker should be touched by hand. What we notice here, in this process we can observe the beaker is hot when we touch it. In this calcium oxide on reaction with water molecule to release heat, this calcium oxide dissolve in water molecule and producing the colorless solution. This calcium oxide on reaction with water, or this calcium oxide on dissolving water to producing colorless solution. This calcium hydroxide is a colorless solution. If this solution is tested by a paper, then let us know whether it is a acid or base. A red litmus paper turns to blue litmus paper when dipped in this colorless solution, and this solution is a basic solution. Now this calcium hydroxide is a colorless solution and this calcium hydroxide is a basic solution. Now let us consider another activity. Activity 2. Activity 2. First take 100 ml of water in a beaker. First take 100 ml of water in a beaker. And then mix it with sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. And next one, take about 100 ml of water in another beaker. Take about 100 ml of water in another beaker and mix it with barium chloride, BaCl2. And next one, in this first beaker, this sodium sulfate on reaction with water molecule. First beaker, the sodium sulfate on reaction with water molecule, it gives sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide, sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide. In this second beaker, this barium chloride on reaction with water molecule, it gives barium oxide, and next one hydrochloric acid, and this sodium sulfate and this barium chloride mixed together to form precipitation. This first beaker, this sodium sulfate on reaction with barium chloride to give barium sulfate precipitation, and next 2 moles of sodium chloride. The sodium sulfate on reaction with barium chloride to form barium sulfate precipitation. Now let us consider another activity. Activity 3. Take a few zinc granules in a conical flask. Take a few zinc granules in a conical flask. Zinc granules in a conical flask, and then add about 5 milliliters of dilute hydrochloric acid to zinc granules in this conical flask. Next, then add 5 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid. Dilute hydrochloric acid. What we have to notice here, in this zinc granules on reaction with hydrochloric acid, it gives zinc chloride plus and hydrogen gas. Zinc on reaction with hydrochloric acid, it gives zinc chloride, and hydrogen gas is also released. From all these activities, we can conclude that during a chemical change, the original substance lose their characteristic properties. Hence, these may be products with the different physical states and colors. And these chemical changes may be exothermic or endothermic reaction. Exothermic or endothermic reaction, that is, heat may be liberated or absorbed. And third one, they may form an insoluble substance. What is the insoluble substance? Here, precipitation. And gas may be evolved. In our daily life, we observe variety of changes taking place around us. Thank you.